What is up, everybody? So episode 46, again, we have a new format that we're rolling forward that we started with yesterday. We're doing a market summary for 5 minutes. We're doing updated positions 5 minutes and slides for 5 minutes. And then the rest of the time, I'm going to answer your questions. So if you have questions, please start typing them out. But first, let's get to two real quick lessons, okay? My platform and my teachings, okay? It really doesn't matter if you have $500, $5,000, $500,000. What matters the most is the percentage gain. All right. So when you enter into a trade, if I can save you that 5% or you're exiting out of a trade and I can send you 15%, you're going to save 20% on the trade. If you're only making 45% on an options trade, right there, I'm increasing your value 50% from 45 to 65%. That's what we do. That's how we take small piles and make them to bigger. All right. Before I go with the market summary, because the market was tough today. Well, it was tough for everybody that's not one of our members, one of our 349 platform members. Why is that? Because I select certain stocks as a stock picker's market that I see volume, that I see demand, and I try and share that with you. But first, I'm going to take a curtain call, okay? Because the UVXY closed at $36 on Friday, and I said, don't worry, 17%, it's going to go to $30. It went under $30. It went under $29 today. Again, our positions were put contracts, okay? So I know some of you had contracts that expired last week when it spiked on Friday and they weren't worth anything or they weren't worth much. But if you averaged down correctly and you went out the extra week and doubled on your money, so if you had $2,000 invested, you put $4,000 forward. Then we held to $30. Maybe some of you held a little longer, which is congratulations to you. Okay, so it went from $35.88 to under $30. Now today's market, it looked pretty good, but then the market gave back some gains toward the end. That was a little upsetting. Now I'm going to talk about, before I speak about the market, I'm going to talk about one position. Okay, I always promise you guys a stock every day. Last Friday it was Wish took off Monday and Tuesday. Then it was Blink yesterday. Blink took off today. I think 4% gain. I see things, I see patterns. So Blink, first of all, had 3 straight days of outflow. Now, Blink hasn't had 4 straight days of outflow in over 3 months. So what did I do? I told you Blink was going to go up today. So I rode my Blink options up. I said I was going to exit out at $40. It didn't quite hit 40. I sold some of my options. I still have some. And let me talk about my other position, right? I talk about EBON. EBON shot up this morning. Again, it was a great time to exit, which is why we secured profit. If you wanted to hold like I did, and I bought some more towards the end of the day because I think it's going higher, it was a good move. But the point was, you always secure profit. You always plan ahead. So if you're new to listening to me on YouTube or you're new to my platform, understand that as soon as we execute a trade and we have 1, 2, 3, whatever many options, we're planning ahead to sell those options. We're already saying if someone wants to pay us 50% more, we're going to execute. It's like if you buy a house and you pay $1 million and the next day someone wants to give you $1.5 million for your house, you're going to sell it. Cash is cash, money is money. All right, so what else did we crush on? Oh, I want to speak about STX real quick, okay? So I doubled down this morning. STX was at $84. It struggled to pass $85, and then it shot all the way up to maybe even close to $86. At $85, there was still one short left on the market, and that's probably why I got pushed down to the end of the day. But why did I hold on to my STX position? And this is why, if you're just here for this video or this information alone, it's important. Because when I was tracking STX, when it went from $64 up to $104, it used to go up pre-market. So it would open up 3.5% or something like that. And I'm like, I can't enter it today. And then it would do the same thing the next day. I'm like, I can't enter it. And it went all the way from $64 to $104, and I couldn't enter at all. So I've been waiting for this decline, all right? So when we call rebound stocks that are about to turn around, it takes a little more time. But there was more inflow before people started selling, and the stock still went up. So what does that tell me? Same like FCX, which I mentioned a couple of times. Strong chart, strong demand. I expect this stock has bottomed, and I'm looking for FCX to pop like 3% tomorrow. My price target is $59 at some point on Friday, so that's what I'm holding. What else did we enter into? When I say we, I mean my family, the 349 trading family, because we enter into certain stocks that I see demand and I see volume. So we've been talking about Tiger. I speak about Tiger every day. So when Tiger goes down, and it went down like 8 or 9% yesterday, you buy more options. So we sold Tiger today. It's 75% gain. It's off the spreadsheet. Now I gave one alert where we bought Tiger at 280. Then it went up the next day. We were up 50%. And then it went down the next day, and my position was even less. I bought my first option at 280. I bought my second position at 265. So I was actually down, okay? And then what happened? When Tiger popped today, 11%, we sold at a 75% gain. So not only did I have one position, but I had 2 positions, which was about 20, what was it, 24 plus 36, about 60 contracts. All right, I don't leave bag holders like other gurus. When I find that I'm going to exit out of a position, whether I'm correct or not correct, I will tell you I'm exiting out. When I exited out of FCX yesterday, I exited out too soon and I called myself a dumbass. I might even have a slide like that. So I share through transparency. That's why I'm here. My teachings, my rules, you must follow them. If you break the rules, you feel the pain. All right. So if you don't like me, also, some people say I'm confident, I'm too full of myself. I also trade at 90%, and my alerts are trading at 82%. Every options alert, 82 out of every 100 alerts are profitable. So I'm 60 in the win column. I'm 15 in the loss column. No, 16 in the loss column. 50 wins, 60 wins, 16 losses. Anyway, so we're solid right here. So let's talk about some more options. Let me get real quick. If I'm not your cup of tea, you don't like my style, you don't like my transparency, I curse too much, I call myself a fool, I call you, I mean, whatever it is, then you don't have to watch me. You don't have to be part of the platform, okay? We'll get rid of all those weak hands right now because we're here to make money. And when people insult me and say, oh, you're a clown, anybody can do like that. No, that's not true. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to make you a better trader. So there's going to be something in one of my videos that's going to help you. Now let's talk about my videos real quick. 3, 17, and 37 are all options videos, okay? Episode 42, I teach you about a secret column, all right? Let's go back. FCX, I killed it again today. Blink, I sold with profit. I was in and out. XL had a nice spike. I'm not in XL, but I'm watching. Why? Because XL usually spikes and then it declines. However, today it held strong. So I'm watching XL because I think it could pop till 10. All right. It's all based on demand and volume. So that's what I'm doing. So here's what I say to everybody. Please, 349 family, pay this forward. Okay. I give you insight. I give you directions. I give you rules and lessons on the website. And I interact with you guys daily. I charge $3.49 a week, less than 50 cents a day. And I'm going to show you some slides. People crush it. We had one dude who's up 500%. We have another dude who's up 900%. In like 5 weeks. It's crazy. Ridiculous results. Love, I think she was at $800. Now she's north of 50,000. All right, so I'm excited for FTX. Again, I want to keep it at a $59 price point. Was that what I was saying? No, $89. All right, next, my vision for everything, just so you guys are on board with me. Okay, we have 100,000 followers. We all trade the right way, looking for the best entry, securing the best profit. And I want you guys to all join me on this mission as we disrupt the way institutions view us as the retail trader. We're going to make them fear us rather than laughing at us. All right, so let's finish up. Let's get to some slides so that I can get to some questions and see how we can do, okay? Thanks. All right, slides for today. All right, so first, this gentleman joined my platform. He's been on 1 month of my platform. He's returning, I think it was over 51%. He's returning plus $12,000 in 1 month. So in the 1 month time, he's paid me probably $14 to be a member of my platform and return $12,700. The reason I post these slides is so that you guys know I'm legit. Without these slides, without results, without proof, I'm just another person talking online. What's amazing to me is people like Chris Sane or people like Jim Cramer or the mass trader that you can't even understand. They have so many followers. So please pay this forward. Share this with someone. It's $3.49 a week. Good karma, good trading. Pay it forward. Next slide, please. All right, so here's another one. Oh, this is dude talking for like a week straight. He can't wait till he breaks $3,000. He can't wait. He can't wait. So he just wanted to show it off this morning. He started with $1,000. I'm assuming it's within 5 or 6 weeks. We've been on fire. I've been on fire for 8 weeks. What I see and the way I see it is truly paying off. I'll explain real quick. It's like a volcano. When there's smoke, you know the volcano is about to blow. And sometimes when it blows and then it settles down, you know it's going to pop again even harder. So that's what I'm expecting on some of my stocks. All right, next slide, please. All right, transparent. Let's see. Got an SQ. Oh, yeah, so I mentioned SQ yesterday on the dip. He got in at $3.25 or $325 per option, and he sold today at $815 per option. So let's figure it out. What is that, 160%? Again, I see volume. I see demand. I pointed out. I scalped SQ yesterday for 45%. So this dude obviously held on for longer, made a lot more money. I sometimes get out too soon, and everybody on my platform knows that they get in at a better price. We have a MAT 10-minute rule, which means as soon as I buy something, about 10 minutes later, it drops pretty hard, and you guys secure 10%, 20% better. Next slide, please. All right, here he goes. Some results, small results, doesn't matter. You're up what? 1 day, 29% in 1 day. I mean, that's a great day. So days like that occur day after day because we're in there. We have a plan. We have a strategy. We secure profit. We get the best entry. As soon as we secure entry, we know that we're going to sell. If you're looking for 50%, okay, I speak about how to do this in many videos, but you take the price you pay, $2.40. You multiply it times 1.5. That equates to 50% profit. All right. And then you know that you're exiting out at 360. So you put your sale price at 360. When it spikes and you sell at 360, you're in good. 50% profit and you're done. Let's see the next slide. So I just have to show results because the results, oh, here it is. Blink. So I mentioned to my platform members yesterday why I got into Blink. Okay. First off, I alerted and I said, I'm going into Blink. I think it's going to pop tomorrow. I won't be surprised if it pops later this afternoon. Blink was at like $38. I think it went down 40 cents after I alerted it. So I alerted it. It goes down. But here's why. 3 outflow days in a row where you can see the left circle and then a strong green day. Then you have 3, again, outflow days in a row. And then I was expecting a strong green day today. So what do we have? Patterns follow each other. History repeats itself. So we have 3 out days, 1 in, 3 out, 1 in. So what did I do? Blink. I sold most of my position, close to 40. I sold some early and I'm carrying some over. I have a lot of options. Next slide, please. All right. You want a solid chart. So when I tell you about STX and Seagate, right, and it was a huge sell-off, and then it looked like it was going to rebound. FCX, again, $36. I think it hit $38 this morning. All right, $38. When you have options, that would have returned maybe like 271% on my options. Yes, I sold most of them too soon, but I got the price I was looking for yesterday. My point is, you could see it go from terrible, and then you could see it starting to turn around. So let's go to the next slide, and I'll see if I can show you guys that. All right. Oh, this is what I sent out yesterday as well. Crypto bounced hard, so I was expecting good runs on any of the crypto stocks. So if they were dipping hard, which Coin did, MicroStrategy dipped, EBON became fully loaded. I wish I had sold my EBON options when it spiked to 330 this morning. I got greedy because I told myself it could spike to $3.60. But if I had sold it 330, I would have been out and I would have re-entered. So again, that's why I preach we secure profit, because nothing just goes straight up. When it spikes, you got to get out and prepare yourself for when it dips, we get in again. So let me see the next slide, please. I can't really see the slide, but I think I bought 85 contracts again when I alerted EBON. I think it was yesterday, and I think I paid 72 cents on average. Again, it spiked this morning to a little past 90 cents. I did not sell because I was looking for over $1.20. That was my sale price. You always plan ahead. I'm in for 72 cents. I wanted $1.20. For $1.20 to happen, EBON would have had to have spiked past 350, probably closer to 360, which is exactly what I said. I was looking for a 20% gain. All right, next slide, please. You always have to have strategy. Oh, Tiger. So this is it. Again, I mentioned this yesterday. Tiger, I mean, here it is. I spoke about it before. I bought calls at 280. I bought calls at 265. I said, LFG, let's move this up. The stock went up 11% today, and we exited out with 75% profit. We could have got a little more. I talk about max value. So watch episode 42. I speak about an extra column in my spreadsheet. That's a secret column that I only share with lifetime members, except I shared it on YouTube, episode 42. So please go back and watch if you really want to educate yourself, okay? Episode 3, episode 17, episode 37, and 42. And if you're in a shitty stock and you're down 40 to 60% and you want to flip that over, okay? Episode 14. It works. It works. All right. So next slide, please. So basically we sold for 75. This one I got 86%. So everybody was between 70% and 90%. I think 88 was actually the top. Next slide, please. Yeah, again, we've been on fire. Now, this was not my play because I would have bought many more options and I would have bought them in or at the money, like I suggest. But I did enter into CCIV. This person took a little more risky stance. And what happened? It paid off because their return today was over 100%. So it's all about having strategy. It doesn't matter what stock. Again, CCIV, Blink, Plug, they all kind of run together. Neo had a strong day. I bet Xpeng probably had a strong day. So, all right, next slide, please. This is my XTX position. So I mentioned this morning, I averaged down. Again, I had one position that was down about 25 to 30%. So what did I do? I threw the same amount of money in. All right, this was when I bought it. Let's see the next slide, please. Hopefully I have a follow. Yeah, here we go. So it was up, I don't even know, 34%. It went a lot higher. I was up 80% on this one today. I think it finished up maybe 10 or 20%. 80% would have been good. But the reason, again, I did not sell it is because I believe XTX moves after hours and usually pre-market. And I used to see it when I used to run for like a week straight. It was up 3% pre-market every day. So I'm hopeful that that's going to happen. Again, I look at history and I say history repeats itself. So that's what I'm counting on. All right, next slide. If not, I'm still looking for an $89 price target. All right, this morning, 10. This is what I did. I updated you guys. I'm holding on to EBON. Blink. I said I sold for profit. STX, I bought more on the dip and I'm 40% profitable already. And Tiger was killing it. If you're not part of my platform, I can't charge any less. $3.49 is how you do it. The sign up is below. If you just want to follow me on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, push the notifications. I'm here every day at 4:30, and I speak about specific stocks, and I tell you about demand that I see, and then I answer questions. Next slide, please. Look at that. We're done with slides. So the great news is we're ahead of schedule. We cut these episodes down so that more people can watch them in the entirety because there's good stuff from start to finish. Why? Because I review stocks. I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes or so reviewing stocks that you guys are suggesting. You're going to tell me specific positions. Hey, I'm in this position. I have this many contracts. What am I going to do? And then I'm going to answer your question to the best of my ability. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a smart dude that likes to share. Oh, real quick. So somebody was insulting me on Webull, said this dude is too full of himself. I'm full of myself because I'm teaching people and my results speak for themselves. I'm full of myself because people call me clown or say some other comments. And again, it really doesn't bother me. But the whole point is I want people to learn. So the less comments we have to deal with, the more people will grow into our family, which is why I tell you guys, please, bottom of the screen, pay this shit forward, man. I sent out the tweet. We used to get like 2,000 views. I'm looking to do that again. I want 300 people to watch live. I know this is a tough time, but I don't ask much. I mean, I'd be happy with no people if I was charging more, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to the people, to the retail traders. If I was doing this for institutions, I would probably be charging each institution about $5,000 a week. So I'd probably have 4 or 5 institutions lined up. It'd probably be $100,000 a month. That's not it. They would be taking advantage of you, the retail trader. And I don't want to play for that side anymore. If you watch my video, what was it? Probably 44. I spoke about how I work for the other side. I don't want to work for the team. Immoral shit. They rip off people. Why do you think bank spreadsheets are always so great and they're always making profit? Because they're taking advantage of you, the retail trader. That's how it is. All right, let's get some questions and comments and let's get started. Definitely losing my voice, but you guys are worth it. Okay, let's see. Oh, all right. What stock is this? Hilton, right? So electric car stocks, all these things are doing pretty decent. So let's look at Hilton. I know Ride might be struggling. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Hilton was up, what, 5% today. But let's look at the chart. They're all going to look similar. So whether you're in Hilton, HYLN, or NEO, or XPENG, XPENG, or even LI for Lee. XL even moved, even though it's not an electric car, they transform your normal car to an electric car. But let's look at the 5-day. The 5-day definitely looks like a recovery, but all these companies do right now. If we look at the 3-month, the 3-month is decent. It's still down 9% over 3 months. And over the 1 month, it's up 2%. So that's actually really strong. That's a positive chart. It looks like it will push probably north of $13. Now, you could look at Fisker and a couple of these other companies. Fisker crossed 19 today. Remember, we were talking about that at 15 and change. It popped to 17. I said there's still interest. Don't be surprised if it goes to 19. I wouldn't get involved with Fisker at 19. Why? Because Jim Cramer, that sellout, he's into Fisker and he's a sellout. He's a suit and he doesn't care about the retail trader. So, yeah, Hilton looks good. Again, same as Blink. 3 out days, 1 inflow day today, and it spiked 5%. Blink spiked 4%. So, yes, I expect it to continue. I think Blink's going to be strong. It was strong at the end of the day. I'm assuming this stock was probably strong at the end of the day. Let me look at the 1 day. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to move. I would say you could possibly get another 10% out of it. All right, before you have to worry. All right, Romeo, thank you, bro. All right, Romeo said, you know why you're glad to be a lifetime member. So, Romeo crushed it, all right? Romeo weeks ago had $84 in his account. And I was like, Romeo, don't worry, man, keep it up. And we're going to say that anyway because we're going to tell everybody to keep their head up high. Then he went to 584. And I'm like, good job, Romeo. That's a pretty significant move from 84 to 584. Then he went to $2,100. And I'm like, you are the man. Then he went to 2,700. And that same day, he said he bought a Tesla option. And I'm like, dude, do not get over yourself, all right? I have a personal connection with everybody. So I'm telling him, please be very careful. And then lo and behold, now he's got $7,200 that was going into today. It would not surprise me now that he's giving out money. It wouldn't surprise me if he went over $8,000. I'd love to know. Anyway, next question, please. Again, we've been on fire for 8 weeks. So anybody that does not believe me, please, this is episode 46. Go back to episode 1, okay? Now, the light bulb moment was, I believe, episode 17 or 18, where I said, you know what, instead of throwing you guys just into stocks that I believe in and riding the flow, we're going to look at things differently. We're going to look at the ETF. I've been killing market direction, so we're going to play more ETF options. And then we're going to get into specific stocks that have demand. I don't care if we're riding momentum, but when I see demand, they're going to pop. And that's what we've done. We killed it. Oh, STEM. So I'm going to guess on STEM. Always make predictions. I'm going to say STEM, I think it was between $31 and $28. I'm going to say maybe it popped to like $33. So let's look up STEM real quick. And if it hasn't, that might be a good sign that it can move. Oh, $35. Yeah, it did move even better. So yeah, STEM has inflow outflow day. It seemed to have peaked and kind of found its top right now. I would be more cautious. Remember, all of my trades, you have to limit your risk and maximize your gains. And now every trader would say that, yeah, I want to limit my risk. But the whole thing is trades that I enter into are beating up stocks. They're floating across the bottom and we're limiting our downside. We say to ourselves, our downside might be like 40% on an options trade, where our upside might be 120%. So every time I enter into a trade, if I'm correct about it, I have the potential to make over 100%. When I'm incorrect, I'm willing to suck up maybe like 30 or 40%. Now, again, my trades are running at 2% since the 1st of March. It's all spreadsheet. It's all timestamped. It's all alerted. So that's what it is. I'm transparent. Okay, so STEM, it's risk versus reward. If this pops, I don't know how high it could go because I don't really have any history, and it looks like it's towards its high end right now. I guess it could go all the way to 49, but I would be more cautious. It only spiked past where it is now. I think your risk versus reward, I would not be purchasing STEM right now. Okay, sure, I could be wrong and things can spike. Okay, happened the other day. Someone mentioned ENG. I said I don't see it. Okay, but I don't have to see every stock. I just have to be correct about the stocks that I tell you about. If I'm correct about the trades that I tell you and we're trading at over 80%, then I can't help you if you're not making money. But everybody's killing it. Okay, next question, please. Oh, someone's asking about something else. All right, how do you play CCL tomorrow? Why did CCL have news? Let me just tell you about CCL. CCL is Carnival Cruise Lines, right? So Carnival right now, I think by October, because that's when my options expire, I think Carnival will be at $55. I know it's at like $28 or $29 right now. And what happened? Once it went to $31, the institutions, everybody else, I tell you guys, take profit. They're doing the same thing. They own shares. So it went to $31. Carnival's not selling yet. So even though things look good on the horizon, but they're going to sell and take profit, and they're going to move it to other stocks like Roku or somebody else. What do you ask about? CCL. So let's look at that one. CCL, Carnival. Let's see what it looks today. Today was what kind of chart? It didn't really move today. Again, there's no huge demand. It did spike out of the gate and then it retracted. So if you're holding Carnival options, please look for the same type of pattern tomorrow. If it spikes pre-market and you're up 2 or 3%, have your sell sign ready, okay? Know exactly what you're going to ask. So if you get that morning spike, someone's going to pay you for your options, and then you can re-enter when it bottoms out like it did. It bottoms out every day at like 1 p.m. So that's what I would do. Or if you need to double down on your Carnival options, say they expire tomorrow and you're down 30% or Friday, here's what you do. Whatever amount of money you threw at it first time, $2,000, $2,500, you double that and you go out till October like me, all right? Lot safer out in October, but you double the money, okay? So that's the specific way to average down. You have to watch episode 37. I talk about how to average down with options. By the way, you guys are blowing it up with the free money today. I love that. Green, 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 green. All right, so CRM. Oh, I like CRM, Salesforce. All right, $240 calls, $625. You're in at $3. I tried the bottom today and you missed. All right, what's your exit strategy? Okay, so the reason we try and call the bottom, remember the lesson, you test the waters. So if you say you bought like 5 options, I would say when you thought you were calling the bottom correctly, you buy one contract. When you buy one contract, then you watch it for the next 10 or 15 minutes. If it goes down 10, 12, 15%, you buy 3 more contracts and you just created a sale for yourself. So when I tell you to buy something on sale, you can create a sale for yourself. Buy one to dip your foot in, test the water. It goes down 20%. And you're like, boom, I pull the trigger. All right, so let's look at this position. Specifically CRM, and Salesforce. And let's look at the 5-day chart. Ooh, doesn't look that great, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like if it is going to spike, you might get like 243 out of it, and it's 242 right now. So I would only look for an extra dollar. So if you have options that $240 calls, I'll give you a specific feedback on this one. 240. All right, they're about 264 right now. Your delta means how much the option moves. It moves by 64. So if you get $1 to the upside or $1.25 to the upside, you multiply it by 64. So you take 1.25, which is your stock movement, times the delta, 0.64, and you get about 70 cents. So your options right now are, let's just see what their price is, about 260 plus 74 cents. I would look to get out with 10% profit. All right, so I would set your strike or your sell tomorrow at like $3.30. Call it a day. Hope you make that 10% profit and then be washed with it and then re-enter something else. Next question. If I thought it could spike higher, I would tell you. I told you when I thought Square could spike, and then what happened, even though crypto was down, Square rebounded, and we crushed it that day, 45%. I bet you Square went up today too. I didn't even look. Do you guys mind if I ask my own question? I'm going to look up Square. Let's see. SQ and Yeah, Square went up 1.16% or almost close to $3 today. Plug, you're feeling FOMO. All right, so let's look up Plug for you real quick. So Plug had a great day yesterday. So people were saying, well, why didn't it continue today? I had Plug. I held on. Why didn't it go higher today? Because anytime your stock runs really hard, and I think Plug moved like 12 or 13% to the upside yesterday, okay? 12 or there's always consolidation, which means there are profit takers. People are looking to take money off the table. They're looking to secure that 13%. And if it goes down, they will re-enter. So yeah, they were having some FOMO. Let's see, 5-day chart looks great. There is demand. You can see the inflow versus outflow. For anybody who wants to know what I'm talking about, you go to the 1-month chart, okay? The 1-month chart of Plug, you look right above the date, and it shows you the volume. Red in its outflow means more people are selling. Green and its inflow. So you'll look, and it looks like 622 and 623. So the last 2 days looks like the Twin Towers. All right, that's how it looks, which means demand and volume. Now today, Plug actually went down 20 cents or 0.6%, yet demand was strong. It meant people were selling. That's exactly what I'm talking about, taking profit. So Plug could move plus or minus tomorrow, but once it finally settles down, do not be surprised when Plug another 10%. And I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow or it's happening Friday, so you should buy some Plug options tonight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is between tomorrow and next Friday, Plug will move 10%. Screenshot it, all right? $37 it'll move to. All right, next question, please. Don't have FOMO. Here's what we do. We plan ahead for the sale. So 2 things happen. If you get the item on sale, the Plug option that you're going to buy, the first thing is, and it bounces back like it did today, you're up 20, 30, 40. If it doesn't go down and dip to your entry point, because I preach entry point is most important, don't worry. You're not in the trade. There's always the next trade. There's always the next day when it's going to dip. Stocks dip every day and then they recover, or vice versa. They might spike and then dip. We're looking to sell on the spike, buy on the dip. Easy strategy. All right, Whiplash. Hey, Matt. Yes, awesome. By the way, this dude killed it. I think he's been on my platform for 1 month. He ended up keeping 30% of his NNDM call options, managed to sell them for 140% gain. 140% great. So keep a spreadsheet, okay? I mentioned this before. Put all of your numbers there. 140% great. So when you're not battling, when you're in a battle and you have to average down, you're not going to make 100%. When you're in a battle, you might take like 30%. But when you're not in a battle, you can look and you can be like, on average, I make 140%. I make 160. I make 120. So you know how to set your ask price. If you buy something for $4 and you make 150%, you're going to sell it for $10. $4 and you're going to make 150%. You're going to make $6 on it. 4 plus 6 is 10, and you're out. Let me look up the stock you're talking about, which is CLSK. So I think that's an energy play, but isn't it also a crypto or Bitcoin play or something like that? I don't follow CleanSpark because it's more of a meme stock. That's what they call it. So today, outflow was pretty strong after yesterday where the inflow. Yes, actually, this stock looks like it might be rounding a corner. However, let's look at the daily average for stock. 1.7. You really need about 3 million of volume. If you get 3 million of volume like you did on June 9th or maybe even June 14th, again, both good days. So today's day was outflow, yet the stock was strong. That's a good sign. But your stock will not move unless the market is green. If the NASDAQ is green tomorrow, this would be a great stock to own for tomorrow. I would say you make 4%. All right, 4%, snapshot it. That's my prediction for tomorrow if the NASDAQ is green. Now, remember, the markets were green today, and then they consolidated. People were selling, taking profit, and I think the NASDAQ might have finished like plus 20. It was plus a lot more, and the Dow, which was positive, finished negative like 40 points, right? I said it wouldn't go under 50 points, so let me just make sure I'm right about that. I actually said, 50 or under for the Dow. Man, I have so many stocks open now. FCX, blah, 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 blah. I have no clue. Oh, here it is, Dow Jones. Oh my God, I lost 71 points. I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong. All right, next question though. It's okay to be wrong. And the great thing about being wrong is I still made money today and my platform members made money today. So even though the market was extremely tough, and again, I tweeted this morning that I couldn't believe the market was red in some case because we were crushing it. I was up 20%. My entire portfolio was up 20% at the high this morning, okay? I think I ended up maybe 16%, so I'm carrying a little over till tomorrow. But I think it's going to be even higher tomorrow, and I'm going to share it. All right, Harry, thank you, man. Lifetime member. Awesome, man. Made back almost my membership cost in 1 week. Yes, so I give specific lessons that are catered to around your needs. Now, I can share it now because it doesn't matter because we're stopping the lifetime membership right now. Why? Because like we had 80 people sign up, and I give you each half an hour. So think of it. That's 40 hours. That's why I have no voice, because I'm talking to you guys at least once or twice a day. I appreciate you signing up. Remember the special lessons about the extra columns that we added. That's how you get max profit. When you get max profit, you make an extra 5% on the entry, 20% on the exit, so 25% of your trade. So if you make an extra, let's say $120, and you make, 4 trades a week, there's an extra $500 right there, and you don't even have to be correct about the trade. You just need to grab the best entry and grab the best exit, and you're making an extra $500 a week for a small account. When people tell me they're trading like $50,000, I say, you know what? For doing it the right way, you're going to make an extra $15,000 on your account just before the end of the year. There's 6 more months, June through the end of the year. Just by trading the right way, you're going to increase your portfolio to $15,000. Now, if we pick the right stocks and pick the right options, you can go up as high as you want. All right. Thank you so much, Harry. I appreciate that, man. I'm going to get pizza for me and Carlos tonight, and John as well. We're with John too. All right. Any thoughts on info? I think my friend actually owns that company, Yakov Wojorensky. I knew him in New York, but I'm not sure if that's actually his company or not, and I probably shouldn't be talking about that. So, this company always crushes it. Their chart looks so damn good, and it's so strong. And I got to add it to my watch list because I'm surprised it hasn't even moved higher. The demand's been there ever since June 1st. So I don't know if they came out with earnings, but there's a little D there, so I don't know what date they came out with there. I'm looking at the 3-month. It looks beautiful. I would have loved to get in April when it tanked. Oh, my God. The 1 year looks amazing on this chart as well. Now, I would like to see a little more volume. I'm not going to lie about that. But if you get volume or if they have earnings coming up or any type of catalyst, that one can explode. So please, Mike, let me know on the side if they have any type of catalyst that I should be looking forward to. All right, next question or comment, please. By the way, you guys are killing it. We're going to have a whole lot of pizza tonight. Well, I look like I had a steak. I like doing outside, but Carlos and I and John, we're all hanging out. So today we're doing it from Carlos's place. It's pretty cool. I'm not outside. I don't have where's my thing? No, I don't have that. All right, what do I think of ATOS? So ATOS, I'm pretty sure that's the one that moved because at the same time I gave Wish out, I also told you guys I was looking at ATOS. But I didn't want to do that because it was up 5% pre-market on Monday, and I didn't want to go into the stock. And yes, it exploded. So I know. But I was looking at the options, and for me to make money on this stock or this option, I would have needed it to spike past $8. It's now at $7.15. I would have made a killing. The chart looks amazing as far as the 1 month chart looks strong, but demand, there wasn't a whole lot of volume today. So you had the big volume yesterday. You didn't even have a lot of volume. You should have seen more volume today because people should have been selling and it should consolidate. So I'd be very wary of this one. This one easily could explode to the upside, another 20%, or it easily could retract another 15% to the downside. So when I talk about risk versus reward, 15% downside, 20% upside, it's a risky one. Flip a coin, go to the casino. I don't want any part of it. Next question. All right. Do I predict a spike in the UVXY? I hope not. All right. So UVXY is the VIX on steroids. The VIX is the volatility index. So the UVXY spikes every time the market either sells off a lot or the Fed comes on and they say they're going to spike interest rates, or there's an attack on the Capitol, or there's a pipeline down, or gas, or there's a war in the Middle East. Any terrible news, the UVXY spikes, or any market sell-off, the UVXY spikes. Now, keep in mind, we're at all-time highs for tech and the Dow, all-time highs. So days like today where you see mini sell-offs and the Dow finished down 70 points, that's nothing. We're at all-time highs. There has to be some consolidation. So it doesn't surprise me. Now, if the Dow had sold off 300 points or 400 points, I'd be like, run for the hills. UVXY is going to spike. But no, all the UVXY does is go down. So eventually it's going to go to $20. It'll go to $19. Now, I only like to buy puts on that because I don't like to root against the world. I mean, you're hoping the world explodes. The UVXY spikes to 1 million and we all retire, but there's no world to retire to. Next question, please. All right. Hit the like. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I know there are algorithms. I think it's how many people are watching or how many people are referred. So please send out the link. And I ask you to hit the like. So every day we have 165 likes and 2 people that don't like. I don't get it. These 2 people just sign on just not to like my video. I don't know. I would find something better to do. I mean, maybe they could go outside and trip little kids or something. Next question. All right. How does the Ford chart look? What did I tell you about Ford? I told you Ford will spike. Now, I said there was consolidation because Ford went from 12 to 14 to 16 to 17. It went up fast. And they have the new EV Ford, what is it, Bronco? I mean, they have so many great trucks. Anyway, so I said Ford's going to 20. I didn't say it's going to 20 tomorrow. I think it's going to 20 within like 4 to 5 weeks, which is great because Ford was at $15. It was actually sub 15. It was 14.64. Let me look up Ford. I do have Ford on my watch list, but I think it made 15 today. And I think it might even attach $15.50. Yeah, I mean, Ford looks strong today. I'm not going to lie. But again, Ford, Blink, Neo, they all had consolidation. So yes, Ford is grouped with them. I bet GM looks the same. So in Ford, you had the Dow selling off since Ford hit $16, $17 the beginning of June, June 3rd, June 4th. It's sold out straight. So we're now the 23rd. So it's basically been selling every day but 2 days. 2 days light inflow, except for today. So yes, I like Ford. I think if the Dow continues to be strong, if there's no ridiculous sell-off, meaning the Dow continues to pick up piece by piece, Ford's going to inch up. It'll be 1580. Then it'll go 1640. Then you'll be at 1695 again, and then it won't be long before you hit 20. So yeah, Ford will be a play, but it's not a play for me yet, okay? I don't like to chase, and I like to get good value. Next question, please. Good questions, though. Everybody has good questions today, which I appreciate. Okay, thank you for the $2 tip. I'm going to buy a pack of gum. All right, STX went up, then down. Thoughts? Yes, I'll explain STX to everybody. So right now, why am I still holding? First off, I told you we'd see a spike in STX. If you look at the 1 month chart, there's been massive selling. In addition to that, today actually was an outflow day. So today was a selling day as well, even though the stock went higher. All right. So for 2 days, STX is looking to bottom, but there are people that have lost so much money, and there are 2 shorts in STX. So what happened is STX dropped to $84. I doubled on my options. I might have even tripled down with my options. Then it went to 85, and I came on Twitter and I said at $85, there was still 1 short left. There were 2 shorts this morning. I could tell this. The institution beat up one of the shorts, so now you only have 1 short left. So what are we going to do to the 1 short? We're going to beat them up. That's what it is. So what happened? It spiked 85. I'm talking about it, and it spikes to almost $86. So there are still shorts at play. This stock is beaten up. If you look at the 1 month, it's selling. So what are you going to do? When it spikes and there's more outflow, you're going to say, shit, they're going to sell off. Now, the reason, and here's the gem, here's why you're here, and here's why you stayed and listened, and great question. Here's the gem. I already mentioned this earlier, but STX, when it used to go up, when it went from 64 to 104, and I was following it every day, it would spike pre-market. Pre-market, it would spike like 3.5%. And I'm like, oh, it'll drop at open, but it didn't. It opened here, and then it went higher. And I'm like, shit, I missed my opportunity. I'll get in the next day. So then Tuesday I would look, and it would spike 1.5% pre-market. And for that, that's like $1 because the stock's pretty expensive. It's $80 and change. So it's like $1.20 actually. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait for it to drop. And it never dropped. It went up every single day. So yes, I'm hoping we turn the corner. From 104, it consolidated all the way back there. We're selling it for 13 straight days, all the way to $84 and finally found some resistance. So there are people buying it. All right. There's one hedge fund I know about that I read about. All right. But I think there's other people that are interested. Once they like to call a bottom, remember, everybody likes to jump in and be the first one on. You know, like you're on a roller coaster, everybody wants that front seat or the back seat sometimes, but they wait extra long. So here it is. Everybody wants to be first. So when they see a reversal happening with STX, they want to jump in first. All right. They want to get in first. That's what it is. So I expect it to skyrocket. Once people acknowledge that it's a reversal, I'm hoping tomorrow's a green day, just similar to FCX. We get 2 more green days this week. That stock, STX, will be $89, and I will be making the money. All right, next question, please. And I don't pump and dump. If I see something that I don't like about STX or any other stock, like Blink right now, I hate Blink as a company, but I'm now 9 for 9 against Blink. 9 for 9. I've made about $60,000, $70,000 this year at Blink. All right, Israel, what can I do for you, man? Can I talk about DraftKings? I don't know that much about DraftKings. Here's what I can say about DraftKings, okay? They don't make their money from their fantasy sports leagues and competitions. They're going to make their money from people betting on sports, from online gambling. That's where they're going to make their money. Now, I know Hindenburg came out with a report, and it's probably true. The report that Hindenburg said, it says they're tied up with some illegal gaming. Yes, all the internet gaming in the freaking country, in the world, is all illegal. It's all done with Bitcoin, and so no one can trace it. So yeah, if DraftKings has a partner in another country, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't mean it's bad. That's just how they interact. Now, DraftKings is a legit company. The fact that they're legit and they're taking over or merging with another partner, that's great. So let's talk about it. Oh, it had a nice bounce. So maybe Hindenburg is done, It looks like they just took the sale from 55 all the way down to 44, and then they probably jumped out. Now, when Hindenburg releases a report, they have their plan in motion. They know when they're going to stick around. Now, other people might have jumped on the short wagon, and there still could be shorts. But I bet you all the people at Citron and Hindenburg and all that thing, I bet you they're cleared out. I don't know if Citron does shorts anymore. So, yeah, the chart looks good. The 1 month looks good. Now, here's what I'm fearful about. Volume is so light. It's 11 million today. On the day that it sold off, it was probably 150 million or 160 million. I can see by the difference in the volume. The point is, if somebody wants to sell off and they sell 30 million shares, what's going to happen is the stock will go down 10% and it'll lose $5. So be extremely careful. I wouldn't want to predict this one. I don't like fighting against shorts. That's just not my thing. Next question, please. Matt, RTQQQ, bad. Okay. It's not a bad idea. But remember when we bought our July calls for the TQQQ, or maybe it was the June calls. We bought it when the TQQQ was like $96, and we bought $100 call things. And I said, yeah, this can go up. I think the TQQQ is like 115. It's at a record, massive, all-time high, and you'd have to be worried about inflation. If you're worried about inflation, yes, I would be careful. However, if you're sure the Fed's not going to do anything, then yes, tech will go higher another 15%. An example of that is Roku. ROKU. I mentioned it at 318, then 330. I mentioned that it could go to $500. I think it's like $430 now. It's crazy. It's all about timing because I was early on that one too. I said everybody uses Roku for streaming. You need to, even other streaming services. So yeah, TQQ, I would rather be more specific with stocks. Like look at what happened to NASDAQ today. It was up and it finished what? Only up 20 points. So you were making such a small, you would have made like 3% today. No, if we find a stock and the stock moves 4%, like Blink moved today, you're going to make 40, 50, 60% because we bought on the dip and then we sold at the peak. All right, next question. I'd rather you be stock specific. I'd rather you use the 1 month and look at the demand and use the demand to gauge whether there's interest. All right. Remember the example I gave? It's a volcano. So when a volcano steams, you just know it's about to explode. All right. So when I called SNRE or Sorrentino Therapeutic, when I called Romeo Energy, which went up 2%, it's steaming. And then I say it's going to pop because I see volume and demand. I mentioned that with AI. I was strong on, and AI popped. SQ did nice. All right. Blink again. So yeah, I'm looking for another 4% there. Do I know about somebody threw a new question there? Figs. I don't even know what Figs is. I bet it's not Fig Newton Company. That's probably not an official company because that's probably, oh, here it is, Figs. I have no clue what they do. I can tell you volume is extremely light. However, the chart looks amazing. And for the last 3 days, it really moved. So you're talking about a movement from, what, $36 to $46 in the last couple of days. So in the last month, this company has moved 111% to the north, 111%. In the last 5 days, it's moved 37%. So my guess is it's probably moving about 30% every week. If you're at 111%, you got to take the other thing. You need it to move about, what, 64% in 3 weeks. So it moves maybe 20% a week. So I don't know the company, but I would say the chart looks damn strong. I really don't know the company. It hasn't been along for that long. It's only been around since 527, and every day but 4 days have been more inflow. So again, I don't know the company, and if it's a new issue, I would be more careful. But if it really has demand, then yeah, it could probably grow. I guess whatever they came public at, people thought it was too cheap, so they've been buying it. So I'd be careful again because Honest Company went up. Honest Company owned by like Jessica Alba went up and then it went down. Compass went up and then down. So I'd just be careful with Figs. I don't know it well enough to give you better feedback on that one. All right, so please, next one. Oh, Russ tells me we have over 100 likes. That's good. I can't see the likes. So please, we have like 200 people here. Please like and pass this around to a friend. Share this with somebody. Your mother, your brother, your sister, your librarian, your bus driver, your train driver. Who cares? Your grocery person. All right, this is Newmont Mining. So let me tell you about mining stocks, why they were beaten up. I would rather, instead of being in Newmont Mining, I'd rather be in a chart like FCX, all right? Fremont, all right? Or there's Cleveland Cliff. I bet that chart looks better. So let me look at Newmont real quick. It looks terrible. I wouldn't be in this company at all. I would tell you to look at FCX, okay? At least FCX, there's demand. In Newmont, there is no demand. And again, mineral companies have been beaten up lately because China released extra commodities to the market. So it killed all the commodities prices. Because remember, a month ago, somebody was talking about lumber. Lumber's been crushed since the dude brought it up. So hopefully he didn't enter into it. Next question, please. I would look at a different mining company. All right, make sure to subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe, hit the button. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Next question or comment, please. Thanks, John. All right, that's it. Oh, ATOS. Didn't we just talk about that one? So do I see value in it? I mentioned that it could literally go up 30% or down. No, because I believe that's a biotech company. So with these biotech companies, FDA approval, and then there's stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Let me explain to you guys what stage 1 is. Stage 1 is actually just finding enough people to participate in their survey, enough healthy people that fit the need. That's stage 1. So when your company says stage 1's completed, good job, it's nothing. It's finding people for their thing. Stage 2 is making sure nobody dies. If nobody dies and you made it through stage 2, congratulations. But that's no treat either. You have to make it through stage 3, and then you have to come out with positive numbers. So when this company went out yesterday, I forget what it was, and they said they did stage 2 testing and it was successful. I know what stage 2 testing is. That's bullshit, and I think it's spiked. It might have even been this company. Next question. I wouldn't get involved. Risk versus reward. Amy, Delta, Ford look like they're heading upward. I already mentioned Ford. All right, Ford looks like it consolidated because it moved quickly. Now, Delta hasn't consolidated, and Delta had some good news, and airline stocks we know, and Delta's my favorite. I also like Southwest. Now, Delta's sold off for 2 days, so I believe it's consolidating. Oh, you only lost 10 cents today. I think Delta's going to pop. Again, my options expire in September. I expect Delta stock, DAL, to be $62. Right now, it's $46. So I expect $16 more to the upside, and that's going to return me between 300% and 400% for my option. I made an option video 2 weeks ago. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it. Have a great evening. Peace.